Hi folks, Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce.
And after winning the first game, you have to think that they got the mental edge here tonight.
Yeah, it's often not so easy the second time around. You know your opponent's going to make adjustments. You have to be ready to adjust back. I'd call that readjust.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. Paul George out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Serge Ibaka. And it's Jackson in at the point. And stolen by Murray. Pass to Reddish. Back to Murray. Down low. Here's Halliburton. Plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That one on Morris. Well, Grant, you won the Rookie of the Year, so you kind of avoided the rookie wall. Is it a real thing this time of the season?
And B.A., it is a real thing indeed. Now, I won co-Rookie of the Year with Jason Kidd, but I still hit the wall. I started off hot, came out the first 20 games, averaging 20-plus a game, and then by mid to late December, my legs got heavy, I was fatigued and tired, but the reality is the NBA season is 82 games, and in college, you play about 30 games. Well, you play those 30 games in the league in the first 6 to 8 weeks. So, yes, the rookie wall is real, and it usually happens this time of the year.
Now here's George. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, that's Paul George's game. Most accurate when somebody's feeding him and he's got his feet set.
Here's Wood. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. And stolen by Murray. Changes up. Tipped away.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And that one good. Wood's got 5 points.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Wood's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Jackson against Murray. And it's Jackson on the take. Sweet little floater.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Pass to George. With the drive. And George with the jam.
Paul George is aggressive. Look at his eyes right now, focused on scoring, and he sees the open path and gets right there. Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
And with DeJounte Murray, the injuries have really slowed his career development down, B.A. It's quite sad. I mean, that ACL tear was the big one. It really set him back quite a bit. But when you watch him, it's clear this young man has a bright future.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac checked in. As we continue through January, here are the latest power rankings. You look at the Clippers, no movement for them, maintaining their top 10 spot.
Well, seeing where this home team is right now, they're right there early on, competing for the top spot, which is exactly what they wanted.
The Clippers trail. And with Murray, Grant, he represents a different type of the modern NBA guard.
No question, B.A. Most guards today are dead-eye, high-volume shooters from outside, but not Murray. He plays with his size, which helps him finish, and of course, on the defensive end as well. And other than long-range shooting, Murray gives you It's fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Here's George. Uses the glass on the layup. George has got 9.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Here's Murray. Takes it inside. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
First one falls for him. And Murray drops them both. And here are the Clippers now. 4-point game. A tough loss coming against the Lakers in their last game played.
Yeah, the issue in that one was simple. They didn't hit the glass. They got bullied and outworked.
I think you can be a little bit rattled when you lose the physical battle as badly as they did in that game. That can be tough to shake off. So it's a matter of getting over those doubts and finding yourself again.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Out to the right wing. Brissett sends it home from three-point land. He's got 5.
Sometimes Reddish might defer too often, and maybe sometimes that's true. But also give him credit for being unselfish.
To stop the run. And the dunk by Jackson.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Now here's Wood. He's got 5 to the middle. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Wood's on 2 of 5 from the field here. Pass to Ibaka. Fires the 3. The Stars pull in the rebound. Here's Reddish. Tipped. And stolen by Wood. Driving in. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And it's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Reddish daring the defenders that time as he got really aggressive.
Good on both. And Grant, the three-pointer becoming a devastating part of Paul George's arsenal.
And what's fascinating, about half of his shots coming from long range, and he still seems to make them at an elite level.
The Stars with a lead. Healed from outside. Sinks it from distance.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Pass to Cousins. Back to Rondo. George outside from the arc. That shot off the mark. So the Stars will take it the other way.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Down low. It's tipped. And so it looks like it'll still be Stars ball.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
From deep. Rebounded by Cousins.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Now here's Hield. The 3-ball. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And the Clippers with the ball. Down by 12. Rondo gets the bucket.
When you get into the painted area, Rondo's got great touch on the inside.
We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter here. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Clippers with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Here's Farrell, guarded by Hield, and the shot goes down.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
1:36 left in the first. Pass to Hield for three. Drops in the three. Hield's got 6.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Now here's Cousins, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
I think this is where Cousins operates best. Comfortable using his size and comfortable in the painted area.
On offense, here are the Clippers. Outside, Rondo. Pass to Cousins. Lets it go from 14. That one off the back iron and out.
Can't blame them. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Outside Hield. The three. Rebounded by Cousins. The Clippers trail. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
He looked like he rushed it a bit. The defense wasn't terrible, but still, he's got to knock that down.
Pass to Hield. From deep three-point range. From beyond the arc and then some. He's got 9.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. It's the Stars up by 12. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And when you think about how the Stars are doing, what do you think?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
Here come the Stars with the ball. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. They've got Halliburton. He's out there with Buddy Hield. Christian Wood out there with Pat Connaughton. And it's Brissett in at the power forward position. And for Los Angeles, Serge Ibaka is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Kennard in at the 2. Also, DeJounte Murray out there. Pat Connaughton is out there with Christian Wood. And it's Brissett in at the 4. Connects from downtown.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The Clippers really having a tough go here. And for Los Angeles, we've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris out there with Serge Ibaka. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in at the 1.
They haven't scored as much in the painted area this quarter. Maybe they should go back to that.
All right, Grant, you were the first rookie to ever lead All-Star fan balloting. That would have made you a team captain these days. So my question, who would be your first selection in the All-Star draft?
Well, back then, no question. It would have been the GOAT, Michael Jordan. But today, it would have been today's GOAT, LeBron James. He just has the ability, whether a regular season game, playoff game, or even in an all-star game, to elevate the play of everyone who's on his team. So no question, Captain Hill would pick LeBron James.
Such a front runner, Grant.
Hey, come on now, you can't blame me.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Now here's Jackson, guarded closely. Blocked!
Oh, he had it rolling in the first quarter, but now he can't buy a bucket. They have no answer defensively inside.
Murray, rebound by the Clippers. Jackson outside. And he lobs it up. Oh, a flawless finish on the lob.
Nice touch on both ends of that alley-oop.
Hey, when he let go of the pass, I had no idea what he was going for. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And the basket by Halliburton.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Right here. Here's Zubats. First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. Well, Grant, you've seen the NBA from just about every angle. As a player, a broadcaster, and now an owner. Has your perspective changed over the years about the NBA?
You know, B.A., my perspective definitely has changed. For so long, you only saw things through the lens of being a player. Now, as a broadcaster working with you and in ownership, you see a whole different side to the league. I understand the business aspect, the incredibly difficult decisions that the league has to make, but also each individual franchise. It's not as easy as maybe I thought it was as a player, but I certainly have a healthy respect for the incredible decisions that are involved in this game.
And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Such a versatile forward that can defend and shoot and score. Reddish's game has future all-star written all over it.
And the Clippers miss again.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
And you have to love the focus. He gets hit, but converts it anyway.
Pirtle's checked in for Wood. Here's Jackson. 10 points for him. Blocked. And he recovers it. And he gets it back. Good work there as it goes. Jackson's got 12 points.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Reddish misses.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
And Kennard with the three. He has 6.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him.
There's just been so many years of production from Serge Ibaka. He has been a double-digit scorer for almost his entire career, and surprisingly, has never made an all-star team.
Jackson outside. Pass to Ibaka. Now here's Kennard. Shot clock at 5. Floats one. Kicks it out to Jackson. That doesn't go either for Jackson.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Offensive board. The Stars making a switch here. Woods checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Cousins is checked in. Pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. And another shot. Got a hand on it. There's the drive. It's scooped up. Here's Reddish. Yes. And it's Murray picking up the assist. 10 points for him.
And that bump does not throw Cam Reddish off.
On offense, here are the Clippers. They trail by 14. Pass to Zubats. And here's Jackson. Kennard on the wing. He takes it in. And out of bounds. the Stars will have it.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Kennard's gone, just 2 of 7 from the floor here. Reddish misses.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
And he drives in, and he jams it home with authority.
And that's some athleticism on display as Cam Reddish gets to the rim.
If they're going to go on a run, Grant, there's no better time than right now.
You're so right, B.A. I think they definitely expected a closer game than this.
A shot to stop the drought. George's shot is off. And the Stars with possession here. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's Reddish. George defending. Picked by Pirtle. Knocked loose. Cousins with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. George outside. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And the Stars with possession here. 16-point lead. Here's Reddish. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, now that we've had a time here to evaluate, what are your thoughts on the NBA replay system, Grant?
Well, I know the replay system, B.A., has had some mixed reviews, particularly when we stop action during the course of a game to go through this whole process of reviewing. But I think in this era that we're in, where there's so much information, social media, technology, being transparent like the NBA is, making sure that every call is right, particularly at the end of games where it's so critical to make sure the officiating is correct. I actually like it. I think it's added value to the game, and I think ultimately credibility to the officiating. And the other team is running all over them right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
.151 left in the second period. Pass to Farrell. Now here's Cousins. The 15-footer is good.
That's a sweet shot there. Cousins facing you up, turning with his body, backing you down. It just depends on the matchup, what he wants to go to.
Here's Reddish. 14 points for him. Controls the rebound and the putback.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Now the Clippers with it. It's an 18-point game. Here's George.
Yeah, I think you got to be cautious when you guard Paul George. He's not afraid of the contact, and that time welcomed it.
That's good from George.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
And he can't hit the second. Healed from outside. But they get it back. Reddish. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another shot. And the shot falls short that time. Now Rondo. George outside. There's the triple. The shot no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Reddish. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Oh, just much more assertive offensively in the second quarter. He's putting pressure on this defense and earning trips to the line.
And he's good on the second. There's 31 seconds left in the second. Pass to Rondo.
still gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch. He's as valuable as it gets.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe. 20 seconds left in the first half. Here's Reddish. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Paul George.
And the more and more Cam Reddish gets confidence in that kind of game where he's going to go inside and attack, that's a big help.
Here's George. Pass to Rondo. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Stars. They lead by 18. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The Stars have the edge here at halftime. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Kenny, what was your impression?
Well, they went downtown and threw a party. And fortunately, we were all invited. The key is their shooters weren't afraid to pull the trigger on open looks. And it's a blowout right now.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
That was very undisciplined half of basketball they just played. You can see it in all the points they gave up. I don't mind the aggressive attitude, but they took it too far with all the silly, crazy fouls.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Dejounte Murray is out there with Halliburton. Then there's Christian Wood, and it's Reddish in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, Luke Kennard out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Marcus Morris. Then there's Paul George. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, down low. George has gone 4 of 12 shooting from the field. Outside Murray to the paint. Yes, it's good.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Wood's gone 3 for 7 from the floor so far tonight. Here's Jackson. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Murray. And the Stars with possession here. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up in the scores.
Here's Jackson. 12 points for him. Looking to end this ball spell. And the jam by George.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth a finish was that, Kevin?
Here he goes. Reddish misses.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And so here are the Clippers. Jackson outside. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. The Stars pull in the rebound. Wood's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Reddish. George with the block.
You can't toss up the weak stuff around Paul George. He sees it coming. his reach to get to it. Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Pass to Halliburton. Back to Murray. And there's the drive. And the layup is good off the glass. Murray's got 16 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Ibaka with a steal. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's George. He's got 12. Off the inbound. No good. Murray with it. And Kennard picks him up defensively. Halliburton for three. The Clippers grab the miss. George has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Jackson. This one for three. The rebound by Murray.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
To the left side wing. 4-3. They get the rebound. Second shot opportunity. And it's laid up and in by Pirtle. Pirtle's got his first points of the night.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
George drives in, and he gets it to go.
Well, defender just a little too late in reacting. It's a piece of Paul George, but a piece, that's not enough.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Halliburton's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. George outside. Sinks the tray.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe. Fields checked in for the Stars. And that one misses. So it's the Clippers now. Pass to Zubac. Inside. George with the bucket. George has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Here's Murray. Murray finishing it off.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Murray against Jackson. Kennard outside. Into the lane. But he recovers it. George outside. Pass to Zubac. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Wood. And Wood with the stuff.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
There's Jackson with the 3. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Wood. Wood with the stuff.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Timeout called. The Clippers.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
So both teams changing it up here. George for 3, pure from 3-point range. George has got 12 now in this quarter.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Three-pointer. And it's Hield missing. Hield's gone 3 of 8 tonight from the field. From downtown, the Stars pull in the rebound.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
On target from range. Hield's got 12 points.
Still the strongest part of Buddy Hield's game. He is a lethal shooter. What a perfect stroke that was.
George's shot is off. They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
And Hield gets the 3. 15 points in the game.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And the shot goes.
Rondo's such a great ball handler, such great ball control. Even though he's a little bit older, he can still surprise you with what he sees out there.
Outside Hield. The 3 is up. And he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
Here's Farrell. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. .102 left in the third quarter. And Hield puts up a deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Hield's got 12 points now in the quarter. And it's the Clippers ball. Take it away. Here we go. And he jams it after taking a nice feed on the run.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens. This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Pass to Roby. Now here's Hield. George defending. Elbow shot on the way. The Clippers grab the miss. Here's Farrell. Fires from deep. That shot off. Here's Alexander Walker. Checked by Rondo. Back to Pirtle. 2 on the clock. There's the block. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Stars just dominating this one. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Beautiful basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And it's the Clippers ball. They've got Pat Connaughton, and it's Roby in at the 5, rolling the paint. And Grant, when you were playing, the game was a lot more physical. Do you miss those days? Maybe not as a player, but do you miss watching that brand of basketball?
You know, I do miss a little bit of that time. There was a physicality that required a mental toughness to endure that. When you played against some of these teams, like the first team that comes to mind, the New York Knicks with Charles Oakley and Patrick Ewing, you were going to feel it at the end of that game. But there was just a fun time for me as a young player in this league. And, of course, anything I could do to be back out on the court playing, even in the physicality of the 1990s.
I'd be happy to stick an elbow in your back if that would make you feel better.
Okay, Brian Oakley. I like that.
Stars end up going with a whole new group. Rondo, he's gone 3 of 4 here from the field. Out to the right wing. Drives to the hoop. Here's Murray, and it's going to be on Rajon Rondo. That's his first foul of the game.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
Here's Wood. Wood with the stop.
Reddish, not just a scorer, also good at realizing when to dish.
And here are the Clippers now. Pass to Oturu. Second chance effort. The Stars pull in the rebound. Wood's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Reddish. That one no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. With each year, Grant, it seems like we see more and more great players coming out of Europe.
And that's so true, B.A. I mean, think about some of these great young stars, Doncic or Jokic and others. I mean, it speaks to how the game has become a global game. The NBA has marketed and sold this game all over the world for years, and now we're seeing the benefit of those efforts. And I'll tell you what, over 25% of the players in the league right now were born outside of the U.S. So it just illustrates the growth of the game, the success of the game, and the elite players from all over the world playing in the NBA today.
To the right side. Pass to Wood. Wood with the stuff.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And so here are the Clippers. Here's Oturu.
Yo, Rajon.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. 6 to shoot. Knocks it loose. Driving inside. Can't complete the lob. In transition, here come the Clippers. Murray drives in. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Here's Farrell. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Oh boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's Brissett. Deflected. Now here's Rondo. Pass to Batum. His first shot attempt. Wood grabs the board. Wood's got 11 rebounds in the game. Murray drives in. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Murray's got 22.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
They set a pick. Pass to Oturu. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Connaughton, he's checked in for Murray. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Morris, he's checked in for Rondo. Pass to Farrell. Shot clock at 6. Driving to the basket. And he banks in the layup.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And Reddish gets it to go.
Well, you can see and maybe feel right now him getting into the comfort zone out there after dropping the second three of the half.
Morris outside. On the take. It's good.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Here's Halliburton. Launches it. And Wood with the three.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
And the Clippers with the ball. To the inside. Here's Batum. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Well, Grant, the issue of load management became a big topic in the past few years. What's your take on the regular rest for a lot of big-time players?
Well, B.A., I'm a big believer in rest and recovery throughout the course of an 82-game season. I mean, it is such a long season. There's so much wear and tear, the travel, the pace of the season, the amount of games. So I'm all for that, although I think that sometimes we've gotten a little too far where we err on the side of too much rest and too much load management. So I hope the pendulum swings a little bit back where, yes, we emphasize it and we enforce it, but we don't go too far with it. I feel like it's not great for the game, it's not great for the fans. It's supposed to be hard. The season is not supposed to be easy. And so I'm a big fan of it, but we just have to be careful it doesn't get too far out of control.
Here's Farrell going inside. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
And the basket by Wood.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Wood's gone 4 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Up top, Morris. The Stars pull in the rebound.
Defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
He misses the free throw.
And what's interesting, B.A., is that early in his career, you wondered if Marcus Morris would find his way in this league. And as a tweener forward, it really wasn't until year 6 that he really took off.
Pass to Wood. There's the three. Rebounded by Farrell. And the three-pointer goes. And you know, Grant, for a player like Marcus Morris, the game has really pivoted in his direction, I think.
That is so true, B.A. But shooting has never been more in fashion and more important. So with switchability at a premium, his 6'8" height becomes even more of an asset.
Morris finds some space. The Stars pull in the rebound. Wood's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. And there's the drive. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. That's a flagrant 1 foul.
He might be lucky just to get a flagrant 1 there. Lots of contact on that play, and the officials could have gone with a more severe call.
Well, he better be on his best behavior from this point forward. One more flagrant of any kind, and he's out of this game. We've seen great advancement in how we're seeing injuries treated, the rehabbing of these injuries, and the speed in which players are coming back is unprecedented.
It really is, B.A., and certainly I've experienced my fair share of injuries. And over the last 20-plus years, the advancement and not only treating injuries, but preventative measures so you don't get hurt. And so teams now, whether it's load management, understanding the importance of nutrition, rest, recovery, all of these things factor in to the sophistication level now that's applied to players. And so, in a way, I wish I was 25 right now in today's NBA with all the technology and sophistication available to teams.
That free throw, no good. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And so here are the Clippers. There's a minute 26 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Farrell. Clock at 6. Oh, it's stolen away. Beyond the arc, nails it from 3.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line. Now catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target.
Pass to Patterson. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And the free throw, no good.
Well, Patrick Patterson had some great years where he showed his three-point shooting prowess, but if he can get down into the post and score there as well, it's another option for their offense.
Pass to Oturu. 30 seconds left in the game. Here's Farrell. Tipped. Here's Conchar. Knocks it down from distance.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
He takes it in. So no problem for the Stars as they get the win, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.